The Chelsea and Manchester United encounter is intense despite the fact they play so often. In fact, the fact they play so often may make it all the more kind of grim and competitive. In the January transfer window, we saw Chelsea spending £50 million on Torres. Now, clearly, he was not bought to win the Premier League because that's a bit distant. And the urgency, I think, would be because the owner, Roman Abramovich, sees a possibility of winning the Champions League. Of course, Torres hasn't scored yet, but this would be a good time to do it on the big occasion. He also bought David Luiz, of course, but he's not eligible. But the Torres signing was yet another reminder of the one ambition still to be realised by Chelsea. You enter the Champions League wanting to get glamour, but maybe you can get an overdose of it, as in the case of Tottenham. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to be playing Real Madrid, but the combination of their talent and Jose Mourinho's evil genius does make it quite daunting. But having said that, let's not be miserable. Can you imagine going to White Hart Lane and seeing that game being put on before you? I think for the suffering that Spurs fans have had, who were down at the bottom of the table until Redknapp was appointed, to see them go from there to a night such as this must be magical. I'm convinced that if Real don't win it, Jose Mourinho is going to get sacked, because La Liga is looking a bit beyond them following the 5-0 defeat at Barcelona, and I don't think they would tolerate that and being knocked out by Spurs. I don't know if Jose can ever be said to be under pressure. He doesn't really show it, does he? But there are demands being made of him at this moment. I think the final at Wembley in May would be all the more special if Jose Mourinho was present. I mean, being special is his main gift in life, isn't it? I'm quite intrigued by the prospect of Real Madrid playing Chelsea with Mourinho facing his old club, which he says he doesn't want to do. He's come over all sentimental, not wanting to play against the previous teams that he has loved so much. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. But I think there'll be a real kind of contrast in styles there as well, probably. You know, there's a lot more because of the money spent, a lot more glamour about Real Madrid these days than there is about Chelsea. But then what a test to try and win against Chelsea in London.